Hello and welcome back to the Little Red Kitchen. Tonight I am cooking meatloaf, potatoes and gravy, and a Normandy mixed vegetable. And right now I've got my potatoes. I've got them cut up in here. I steam them with the skins on for extra nutrition. I've got my Normandy vegetables back here, and little tip is I cook them in chicken broth, so it adds a little more flavor. I've got my frying pan here warming up because I'm going to take part of my hamburger to make gravy. So we'll go over here. And I've got about a pound of gravy here. We're going to pinch off just a small amount. Don't even need that much to make gravy. Put it over there. And I've got my mix-ins here. I'll break this up. My hands are clean. It's a pound of hamburger. I gotta wash my hands. And I'm gonna add 2 eggs. I had a comment on one of my other videos that I had the wrong camera view. So if anybody has any suggestions, please put them down in the comments. I'm just starting out, so any help I can get is appreciated. I have got some mixed bell peppers. I've got some onions. Instead of breadcrumbs, I learned this from Renea at the Little Village Homestead, is to put stovetop stuffing in your meatloaf. And so I'm only going to add a half of this. I always close my things up with a rubber band to save them. And I'm going to add some ketchup. I say about a 1/4 cup of ketchup. And I also add some Grey Poupon mustard. Adds a little. Grey Poupon has that little taste of horseradish in it that I love. And also, because I love green chilies, we're going to add about a 1/4 cup of green chilies to it. When I add this, I usually don't add milk because it's liquid. I don't think I can get this one off. Oh, I can. Don't like meat in my rings. Wash my hands a little bit. So you want to get in there with the tools that God give you and mix it up. It looks good with all the peppers in there. My hamburger over here is cooking, so I'm going to break that up into little tiny pieces. It's just for it's just for gravy. So you want to get that beef flavor in there. I'm going to turn this down until we get some fond on the bottom of that. I'm going to turn my potatoes on to a boil until they get going. I want to add some salt. And fresh ground pepper. We'll bring that to a boil and then turn it down. Should have preheated my oven long ago. I'm going to share a little tip that I've always done. My mother did it with meatloaf. I take, and I need to spray it first. And I take pieces of bread and put down in the bottom. And my mom did it and I do it. It's to catch the grease from the hamburger. And it, you know, some people can eat it, but I can't eat it because it's so full of grease. But I save it for the dog loves it and the chickens love it. So we'll put our hamburger in there. It's all colorful. And as soon as the oven heats up, I put the oven on 350 and I cook my meatloaf for an hour. So as soon as the oven heats up, we'll put that in. And I took peaches out. So tomorrow I'm going to be making a peach pie. The other person in the house is happy about that. But that'll be tomorrow, and I'll videotape it. This morning I videotaped my my garden, my flower and vegetable garden, and it was so beautiful, and it's since rained, so it smelled good. Always smells good after the rain. So I'll bring you over here and show you how to do the gravy. The pieces of hamburger have left their drippings in the pan. You can see it. So what I do is I add a little extra virgin olive oil to the pan. You don't need very much. My flour out. I think my potatoes are boiling, so I can turn them down. Oh, I got it on 5. You don't need it too high. You got an hour until the meatloaf is done. I've got a measuring cup here. I think I turned that up. Oops. I keep getting in the way. So I'm going to add a couple tablespoons of flour to this. And you want to make sure you cook out the flour taste in any gravy you make. I'm going to add some of my house seasoning, which is just garlic powder, onion powder, and paprika. And of course pepper, because I just love pepper gravy. And I have some of my Orrington Farms beef bouillon. I'm going to add about a tablespoon in my water. I'm going to cook up that flour good. The oven is done, so we'll put the meatloaf in. We'll set the timer for an hour. I think that's cooked enough, so we'll add our beef bouillon in here. I'm being messy. Need a whisk. Work better than that spoon. It's a little too thick, so we're going to add some more of our beef bouillon. That should be enough. We'll turn this on low. That way all the flavors will marry. Tastes real good by the time the meatloaf's done. Good brown gravy. Our potatoes are doing fine. Our vegetables are doing fine. And we have about an hour to wait for the meatloaf. So I will catch you when it's done. Dish it up and let you see. Okay, so our meatloaf is done. I'll take it out. My blood sugar, 69, going down. Just in time for dinner. So the hamburger looks good. We're going to prepare the potatoes. Most people use a blender, but I prefer to use a masher. If it leaves a couple of chunks of potatoes in there, that's no biggie to me. So we're going to get some sour cream. Along with some butter. and some chives. I can't wait until I get some chives from my garden. But till then, a little bit of chives. I guess you could call these rustic mashed potatoes. Potatoes love salt, so we'll add some salt in there. A bit more pepper. This isn't ready for stew. Turn my gravy up on low. So there you have it. Meatloaf, potatoes and gravy, and some Normandy vegetables. That's my dinner tonight. I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to show you basically my little red kitchen. I'm going to show you how small it is. This is my my toaster area, my sink, my little side, my kitchen, my other side, and then I of course have this center island here. So that's why it's called a little red kitchen. So that's all for today. Thanks for joining me. Be well.